So if I can go live. So if I can go live. Hi guys, today I'm going to be live and to share with you one of the awesome book. I think I've got a chance to read about it. I think for anyone, if you are, if you're running a business, I highly suggest you to read this book. And this book is actually called the Millionaire Fast Lane. So you can Google search it and just go to Amazon Kindle and read the book. And I read this book, and so one of the biggest lessons in this book I want to share with you. I think this will help you shift your mindset, from being a real estate salesperson to become a real estate business owner. So this book is called Millionaire Fast Lane. And if you are interested about it, I would highly suggest to read about it. But I'm just going to share you a quick story. I think I really passionate about it and wanted to share with you. And so you can understand the key difference between a real estate salesperson and a real estate business owner. So the story is here. I'm going to share with you the story. The story is, by the way, is okay. This is I'm not sure it's a true story as well, and but I will share with you and say, okay, story is so basically the story, the end goal of the story, and said a pyramid builder, get rich, or pyramid climber go broke, and so I'm gonna share with you a story and inside this book, and so you can read about it. For anyone you are interested about it, and then I highly suggest you read the book, and but you can truly and learn about the story. So basically is I guess probably 1,000 years ago, the king of the Egypt, and they called Pharaoh, and they got he got a task, and so he got a task, and the task basically is to get two of his young nephew, and one of the guy name is Chuma, another guy name is Azu, and get them to do a majestic task. Basically, is build a pyramid. Of course, we know, most of the pyramid and they have been built in Egypt. So, and to do the task, and so if they finish the task, then they are going to get all of the riches, all of the wealth and everything, because the task is the task is being given by the king of the Egypt. So he has anything to give to the people who finish the task. And these two young guys, and they are very young, and they are like age 18 at a time, and they know pretty much this one is like a daunting task that will take years to complete. That will take years, to finish the task, and each of them, know it is a big challenge, and so but they know they are only 18, so they got a lot of time, to do the task. So so they agree, I'm gonna take the task, and then they just left the chamber of the of the king of the Egypt and go to do the task. And so when they go into do the task, but they are doing in a different way. They are really doing a different way. The guy Azu in that story, Azu, began working immediately. He slowly dragged the large heavy stone into a square foundation. So he started, dragging the heavy stone and then started building the pyramid. And so after a few months, the base of Azu's pyramid takes shape, and town folks gather around Azu's constructive effort and praise his handiwork. The stones are heavy and difficult to move, And after 1 year of heavy labor, Azu's perfect square foundation, to the pyramid is near finish. But Azu is, perplexed, so because, this guy, so basically what I say is the first nephew, his name is Azu, he was like most people, just go to do it, go to build a pyramid and pour a stone and build the foundation of the pyramid. And taking a few months, then he built the foundation of the pyramid. However, he was, confused. And why he's confused? Because he saw the land, and which his another nephew, name is Chuma, is empty. There's no stone was put there. There's nothing. It's just a grass there, and he was really confused. And so one day, he went to say his nephew Chuma's house. He just try to figure out what he's doing in his house because he hasn't put anything. And so Azu, interrupt Chuma, what hell, are you doing? You are supposed to build a pharaoh pyramid, and he's spending days locked in the barn and fiddling with the crazy machine. So Chuma basically he was trying to figure out a machine, try to figure out a system and to build the pyramid, and that is what the Azu was doing at that time, and no, what Chuma was doing. And Chuma crack and smile, say, "I'm a build a pyramid, so leave me alone." And so basically that is what Chuma was saying, and Azu was laugh about it, say, "Hey, you haven't laid one stone yet, and what are you doing here? And so you are going to be and you are going to be executed." So because at that time, so if he didn't build any pyramid, and then what happened is the king of the Egypt will basically killed him. So and Chuma and said about I'm going to build a pyramid in my way, and you are going to build a pyramid in your way. And so Azu was quite angry as well, and so he thought about he was helping his nephew, and but unfortunately his nephew wasn't happy with him to interrupt what he's building a machine. So and taking a few years, and Azu actually solidified. He actually built the base of his pyramid. Now took him 1 year to build the base of the pyramid, and so but there's a problem. The biggest problem is because if you build the base of the pyramid, but when you're going to build the second level of the pyramid, it takes harder and harder because you have to build some muscle to be able to pour a stone on the top of the pyramid. So that's a challenge, and Azu was facing at that time. And so he was by the way, he was struggling, and but he know. And so what he needed to do is build a stronger muscle. So he needed to basically hire a personal trainer. Well, at that time I don't think there's any personal trainer, but he just found a guy. He's really strong. His name is Bendu, and this guy is basically the strongest guy in the Egypt, and train him and to build a muscle, and train him, tell him what kind of diet he should be eating, and say so what kind of diet he should be eating. And so if the diet he's eating and that is correct, and then he can start growing his muscle. And so Azu was trained with Bendu and to build the muscle, so he can pull more stone to the second layer of the pyramid. So that is what Azu is doing. Meanwhile, Chuma's pyramid and power line still barring. So basically, Chuma hasn't done anything. He hasn't built anything on the top of his pyramid yet. What happened is his pyramid just empty, and there's nothing there. And so a few years, Azu already built a couple layer of his pyramid, and so what happened is and Azu know, because look at his progress. And he know it's gonna take him about like 30 years for him to finish the pyramid. And he know actually it's gonna take a long time. But unfortunately, what happened is, and he said, I already 3 years surpassed my brother. I've been doing for 3 years, and I have another 30 years to go. I'm happy, but he's not thinking about like a faster or efficient way to do it. And but is there another person come out, which is Chuma. He come out with his machine now. So he come out with machine and then use his machine to build the pyramid, and say use his machine to build the pyramid. And so think about like he got this bigger machine and in come out and then he's using his machine to pull the heavy stone. Pretty much like he said, like within about a week, and he built the foundation of his pyramid. Then took him about a couple of months, and he built it there. Yeah, it's about a week to build the foundation. And the second level took him, about a few months. So basically, his machine and is working 13 times faster than Azu, trying to use his labor to do it. So, about 40 days, and Truman has finished pretty much as Azu's 3 years, hard work. And Azu was destroyed. He spent years doing the heavy lifting while Chuma was building a machine to do for him. So instead, think about, okay, maybe I should learn how to build a machine. And what happened is, Azu sort of, I need to get stronger. Then I need to, what happened is I say, I need to, basically, building more muscle, and then I can pull the stone faster. And then that's what he said. And unfortunately, and after 8 years, Truma finished in a pyramid age like 26, and 3 years to build the system, and 5 years to use the system to build the pyramid. And but unfortunately, Azu continue to use the old habit, which is build the pyramid with his muscle, with his labors. So unfortunately, the story is very sad for Azu. And so unfortunately, Azu never finished the pyramid, and he died on the 12th level of the pyramid, just 2 levels from finish. And he never experienced the great riches promised by the pharaoh. And meanwhile, Chuma retired 40 years early in a town of luxury and get everything. He became the Egypt's greatest scholar and accomplished inventor. And say, end of the story, I think I really like it. He said, that stoning is a job, and your time basically is traded for cash. Azu struggled and with the stoning, and because he was trying to use his labor and to build the pyramid, and Chuma was use his brain and build a system, use a system to build the pyramid. And unfortunately, Azu passed away, and Chuma not only he didn't pass away, and actually he become he get involved with the reward, and also he get involved with the luxury, and he enjoyed the life as much a lot. I may stop sharing now. So the reason why I wanted to share with you this is because and you need to think about it. And so let's say if you are work as a real estate agent, you need to ask yourself the question: Are you work as a salesperson, and are you use a labor trying to build the pyramid, or are you like trying to have a system to build a pyramid? Because there are significant difference as well. So if you don't have any system or process in your business, you are going to be like Azu, and you are going to, I'm not sure you're going to pass away, but I think you are going to, and you are not going to enjoy your life. But if you are work as a Chuma, you are going to build the process and the system, then you are going to, you are going to have the system that help you build your business and build your life. So you are going to have way more joy and way more happiness. And I've been suffering, from not having a system as well. That's why I'm so passionate about it. I guess I've seen so many real estate agents, because I think you've been taught and just working harder, door knocking, letterbox dropping, and cold calling. That's like labor work. That is hard labor work. For sure, you can use that, to grow your business, but you are not building any process or system. So what that means is you will never retire. I just let you know you can, or you may say I buy some investment property, but it's going to take a long time. The fast way actually is to build a business. But if you want to build a business, you must think about building a system or process and use a system and a process to help you build your business. So you can separate yourself from your business. So if you don't, let's say if COVID-19 come in and you don't have any listing, but you have a business, the business is running, you don't have to worry about it. Well, in the future, I guarantee there are going to be something else, and there are going to be something else as well. Let's say maybe another global financial crisis is going to come in. You don't have a process and a system, and what going to happen is you are going to, just like I read about story, you are going to become like a poor guy and use his labor to build the pyramid, and then I died on the 12th level of the pyramid. I've seen, so many agents, who are using labor, to build a business. What I mean is that, so if you just ask yourself the question, if you stop going open house on Saturday, can your business survive? If your answer is no, then you don't have a business, you have a job. And that is just the truth. And are you happy to work in 6 or 7 days a week? Or are you happy to have a business so you can work anytime you want? And this is the choice. And say, so my biggest passion actually is to help the people to build the system. And one of the best system is a sales and marketing system. Once you got a sales and marketing system in place, and you are going to have consistent leads coming to your business, so you are going to basically you are going to stop worry, and you're just going to have so much more freedom. And say, last question I want to ask you, you have to ask yourself and say, which one do you want? Do you want it to work as a real estate salesperson, and what do you want it to work as a real estate business owner? I think that's a significant difference. And so you have to make the decision, which one do you want? If you figure out which one do you want, then it's easy for you to say, okay, I should focus on building system and process. And so that's going to help you bulletproof and your real estate business. So in the future, I'm going to share more and more about this, because most of the real estate agents, actually, they don't aware about this. And once you understand this, then you understand why I spend so much time, record a video and share with you this. Okay, if you do have any question, let me know. Thank you. Bye.